Hello, it's Holly with Ivy Cool Creations, and we are doing another layout for the 30 Days of Sketches, the best of. Today is day 22 sketch, and it was designed by Rochelle Spears for Back Porch Memories. Now this sketch calls for 3 pattern papers, and I pulled this very busy floral, and then I didn't want to put another pattern on top because that would be way too busy. So I have this distressed green paper, and then the yellow that I'm using actually is yellow with white polka dots, but you can't see it too well on the screen. I love how this layout came together so quickly. It was so easy to do. All I had to do was pick my paper and slap them down. So I have 2 photos of me and my kids when we were snoozing and cuddling, and I decided that because the photos needed one to be vertical and one to be horizontal, these fit perfectly, and they scaled down to this 8.5 by 8.5 fantastically. So I matted them on white because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do, and then again on black because that black border around the edge of the floral paper made it so starkly dark that I needed to have black around everything else. So I used my Distressed Oxide Black Soot to ink up the edges of my yellow banners and the green ripped sheet behind. I put my vertical photo right against the edge of the page, similar to the sketch, but you can't see any of the other pattern paper behind it. Now I pulled out a bunch of random things because I'm trying to use stuff up out of my stash, and I mostly use my stash for my own personal albums, which these photos are going into. And I had these puffy stickers from, I think it was a hip kit but the colors matched perfectly, the pink and the blue. I used the Us sticker to cover up a smudge that I made when I was doing the inking around the edges. And then I decided, I can use my Prima flowers to kind of fill this out and give it some dimension. I don't have many of these left, and my goal is to use them all up this year. So I pulled out my Dilution sprays to change the color of the flowers, and I used Postbox Red, London Blue, and Lemon Zest. And I just gave the flowers a spritz or 2 to get them to the color that would match the paper. I fiddled with the placement of the flowers just to make sure that I had them where I wanted them. And yes, I had red, blue, and yellow, which didn't occur to me until after. But the way that I had the flowers sitting, I had too much pink up in that top right-hand corner. So I needed to move the pink, blue, and yellow flower, which I put down at the bottom. And then I put the yellow, big yellow flower on top of the blue just to give it a bit more depth. Then I added some clear butterfly stickers. I believe these are from a sticker book. And I basically called that done. I put the date on it and added a tiny bit of black splatters in the bottom because it was super busy up in the top and the bottom looked a little empty. Please check out the description box below for the playlist for everyone who's playing along for the best of 30 Days of Sketches, and I'm sure you'll be able to find some fabulous inspiration. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. The close-ups and still shots will be coming up next. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you.